Every kid has big dreams. So did I. But I let life decide otherwise. I always wanted to be something. When I was a kid, I think the reasoning was more so for recognition or attention or validation. Now it's just because that's who I want to be. The fuck? I'm trying to be goated. I'm trying to help people. Trying to be free. You know? Live life. Do my thing. But from a young age, I was overstimulated by dopamine. I started watching porn in 5th grade. I started smoking weed in between 8th and ninth during COVID. And all that overstimulation, it costed me my dreams for a while. Everyone around me was doing the same shit, They were all smoking weed and wasting their time and probably watching porn. Not with me, no Diddy, that'd be gay. But everybody around me was just doing the wrong things, doing shit that holds you back in life. That if there was no moderation, it was just this. This is what we did, and it was terrible. It's terrible for you. Imagine being, and this is probably you. Imagine being an ambitious person, having big dreams, big goals, and you can do it. Yet every day you're waking up and wasting all of 24 hours, not even getting 8 hours of sleep. You're just beating your shit, playing video games, smoking weed while you do both. You're eating, but you're not eating chicken and rice. You're not eating potatoes or eggs or carnivore diet or keto or anything. You're eating fucking party pizzas and pizza rolls. I say that because I did that. Bro, I used to be such a fatty. I'd eat like the whole bag of pizza rolls and a party pizza and still be hungry, bro. Oh my lord. Munchies. Well, no, I'm just a bottomless pit. But anyways, just imagine that. How crushing that is to have such ambition, to have such goals and genuinely believe in those goals and that you're going to reach it and that you're going to do all this great stuff, but you never move forward. You look back to a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, you're in the same place. That's a crushing realization. I had the same crushing realization time after time after time after time after time because I was living in a false self, surrounded by people who didn't care. They could care less about life. Maybe they also have big ambitions. Most people do have big ambitions, but they just talk and really they have no intention of ever going about it, Surrounded by that, by just laziness, by weed, vapes, all the bad shit. Social media, always on our phones. Because addiction isn't only chemical. It's not just real marijuana and vapes and other real world things, shroomies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's your phone. It's everything you can consume on a screen that you can just rapidly, boom, hit. It's like virtual cocaine. And no matter where you are, you always have access to stimulation, whether it's a substance or your phone, because you pretty much always have your phone on you, more than likely. And that just leaves no space for silence, no space in general, just constant noise all day long, every day, 24/7, 365. And it just masks the deeper part of you. Environment also shapes your identity. For example, being in high school and living with my mom, that means I didn't have much obligation because in high school I would just smoke and sleep, and I failed all my classes for basically there's 4 quarters for each year of high school, and I'd fail all my classes until the last 2-ish weeks of each quarter, and I had 8 classes, I'd fail 4 to 6. At a time, I'd be failing, low scores, and because I wouldn't turn my shit in or anything. And then the last 2 weeks, I'd pass everything because I was capable. I didn't give a fuck. I hate school. I still hate school. School is stupid. On God. Usually. Sometimes it's useful, but it allowed me to just be there and smoke and waste my time and talk to people and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then I live with my parents, so I don't have to support myself. I don't have to go work. I don't have to go work and sustain my own house and my own living and pay my rent and make sure I'm not behind on things or I'll get evicted and then I'll be homeless, I'll be a bum. So I didn't have to worry about that. So it was minimal responsibility with maximum distractions. And I ended up fitting in with people, but it's not because I chose it. It's just that I got into the same bad habits they did. And naturally, that made me kind of conform into the environment. It's almost like fitting into the tribe. And that false self mirrored everyone else's rhythm. Hustle for highs, but never for your dreams. And the cost of blending in is, I mean, life feels safer. You're around people doing the same shit and all that, but it dims your ambition. You may want to change and change and change, but your body has been conditioned to feel and understand that being this way is good because we fit into the pack. We fit in with everyone else. We're all doing the same things, having a jolly old time. And every day you'd say soon, 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 soon. And to break the cycle, you have to realize that you're becoming an echo, not an origin. You could start small and just cut some space into your day, some time for silence and self reflection, meditation, just time where you're not overstimulating yourself, and slowly expand off that. And gradually replace noise, phones for creating something, social media for real life connection, smoking for purpose. The moment you choose clarity over comfort is the moment that your false self loses power. This isn't about quitting, it's about returning. It's about being who you are, who you're meant to be, who you are without all the overstimulation, all the noise, all the distraction. You don't just shed a mask, you remember who you were all along. Um, I just got a reference in my brain. Hold it, that shit just like downloaded. It was a Bakugan, bro. What's that guy? Masquerade, you know what I'm saying? And then there's that girl, like Masquerade is a girl, and I think her name was Alice or something like that. That describes it perfectly, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just, like, you stop overstimulating, and the mask falls off, and then boom, you're you again. So ask yourself, where am I living someone else's rhythm, and where am I living mine? Where am I not living mine? Pick one thing today to stop, some sort of distraction, some sort of vice, anything that you know is bad for you. Replace it with something that speaks to your ambition, something that helps you get to your dream, to your goal. Because you're not just here to survive and live a meaningless life, you're here to thrive. You're here to be something. Thanks for watching. If I resonated with you or you feel me in any way, shape, or form, I implore you to hit the subscribe button and turn on noties so you never miss a future upload. If you'd like to know me on a more personal level, you should check out my vlog, Joseph Marrone. The link will be in the description. And you better like, or you really gonna be Masquerade forever, bro. You'll never be a girl? Oh, shit. Well, Masquerade can be a dude too, bro. Just put the mask on. The mask's on you. So if you're a dude, then yeah. And if you're a girl, then it's whatever. The original works.